students, how are you? I am Francisca and today we will be studying class 8 moral science, okay? And the chapter that we are to deal with is, the rightful living. This is our second chapter in moral science and the chapter's name is the rightful living. This is a very interesting chapter and also it will be having a great impact in our life because this is a chapter, which will be moving our actions in such a way that our actions of such will lead us to a life which will give us happiness, a life which will give us contentment, a life which will give us a purpose. Yes, so it's a very interesting chapter, very nice chapter, and a chapter of a great value. Okay, so in this chapter, we will be studying that how the actions that we do, these are basically uh, affected by two types of attitude. Our actions, that govern our nature, yes, these are basically affected by two types of attitude. The first one is the attitude of taking, and second one is the attitude of giving. It is very easy to take something. We are almost very eager to take something, especially the things which are related to others or the things which do not belong to us. We somehow want to take that thing. Let us pay any price. For instance, for example, we go to a samosa shop. We don't have samosa and we like that samosa. Why? Because the samosa is not with us. We like that samosa and we buy that samosa. Or we go to a toy shop and the toys look so fascinating. We pay a certain amount of price and we buy that toy. Why do we do that? Because that toy is not with us, therefore we want that toy to be with us. If we have something from before, why not we to take something else? That means you understand. We are always attracted toward things which are not with us, though whether it is useful or sometimes not useful to us. Understood? So it is very easy to take things which are not with us. Sometimes, we go to resources or we go to our actions, move on to such level that, that actions are sometimes not good enough. Our actions are sometimes not good enough, no? Why? The options of attaining that thing can lead us to crime activities, can lead us to robbery, can make us dishonest, can make us corrupt. Because sometimes things that we want to achieve are not so much easily achievable. So what we do, we try to such type of resources, such type of activities which are illegal, just for the sake of what? In order to take things which do not belong to us. And why do we do that? Because we have a certain amount of desire to attain that thing. Why do we have such desire? Just for our happiness. If we think that if we get that thing, we will be happy. But you understand, when you get that thing, your happiness will last. Means it will end the time you get. And after that, what? After you get the substance or material that you wanted, you have got it, and after that what? Will you be happy? So these materialistic things, these are the things that provide us temporary happiness. Temporary happiness. So in a way you understand, when we take something, our happiness is not lasting. It is just temporary, and also it makes us sometimes selfish. Yes, it gives us too much stress. It makes sometimes creates jealousy in our heart. Yes, and because of all these unwanted and unhealthy emotions, we go for activities which are not good enough morally and also by not prescribed by law. That means we go for unlawful activities. Okay, so that is what about you understand the attitude of taking. So taking requires what? Taking is not so good activity. If we want to take something, it is not so interesting, because when we get something, it does not give us a lasting happiness. Okay, Now we talk about the attitude of giving. Huh. It is a very strange thing. Giving is one of the toughest work. Giving means, what do we give? Generally, giving is a term of giving some other person's material to some other person. That is transferring, not giving. Giving means when you give, transfer your own material, your own belonging to somebody else. That thing is called giving. And if anything that belongs to you, you have a quite emotion, sufficient amount of emotion towards it. In spite of having such emotion towards that material, when you give it to somebody, it requires a great amount of courage. It requires, it is not easy. You need to be having a great heart, big heart, in order to give your belonging to somebody else. For instance, if I ask you how much pocket money you have, you say, sir, I got 100 rupees, and I tell you to give that 100 rupees to your friend. You will be a bit of, you will not be so much happy with that type of decision. You won't be happy with such type of activity that sir has advised me to donate your 100 rupee pocket money to your friend. Why? Because if you donate that, then how will you expend, how will you require, how will you complete your requirements? So that is why you should understand that giving requires a great amount of courage, and it requires a great heart. Understood? So, and let us also understand, what does a giving do? When you give somebody something, what changes does it bring? When you give your belonging to somebody, it generates a great amount of respect for you in the heart of that person. That person will be grateful to you, and he will be so much grateful and thankful to you. So you will have a great sense of satisfaction that you made that person, gave that person something useful, and he is thankful to you for that. Secondly, the thing that you give to somebody else, if you are giving it, sometimes it may be useful. So if you are giving something useful material to that person, so it will change that person's life to a different level. If he is at a position A, surely he would move on to position B or position C, means a higher level. Okay, they will move on to a higher level because amount of help or gift that you are giving to that person. So it creates a peace among you and yourself. It creates harmony among your belongings and your group of people. And third, it provides you a great happiness, great amount of happiness within you. Why? Because that is the true happiness. That is what the true happiness is. Giving somebody, and somebody is being thankful to you, somebody is grateful to you, and you acknowledge their respect. That is the true happiness. Okay? Now, to understand all these things, the attitude of taking and the attitude of giving, taking is not going to take you anywhere. Whereas when the attitude of giving comes, it is going to take you to a different level of peace, harmony, and happiness. Now we have a very good story, gods and demons, which differentiates between the people who have the interest of taking and the people who have the interest of giving. Okay, let's see. So in this, we have a boy, okay, and he wanted to know what is the difference between gods and demons. Okay, he was told that gods are of divine nature, and demons, they don't have any purity, neither they have good conduct, or neither they are truthful. This honesty is nothing of the business of these demons. Okay, so demons are these type of people, and gods are these type of people. But boy did not understand basically, means how to understand. Yes, divine nature means what? How do we understand this person is divine? Or how do we understand this person does not have purity, or he does not have a good conduct, or he does not have truthfulness? How do we understand? So he asked this to his father. So what did his father told? Okay, if you want to know, we will invite some gods and demons for a feast. The father told to the boy, and father advised him that you just and look, sit and observe what is happening. Okay, okay. So father environment. So father invited the gods and demons, and both of them, gods as well as demons, were very happy that they were being invited by this gentleman. When they came to this boy's father's house, his father put on a condition for the gods and the demons before the feast. What was the condition? That he would tie their elbows with a wooden plank. He would tie their elbows with a wooden plank. So tying the elbows with a wooden plank, if your elbows are tied, elbow is a joint. If you tie the elbow with a wooden plank, what happened? You won't be able to bend, you won't be able to bend your hands. Okay. So when this happens, first of all, the demons were invited for the food. They were served, and since they could not fold their hands, they could not do what? They could not do what? They could not eat the food. Since they could not eat the food, what happened? They became angry. They became angry that I am not able to eat the food. So what purpose you have called me here? And they cursed the gentleman, and they went away angry. So that is what happened with the demons. Okay. And now it was the turn of the gods. The god came. They were also tied at their elbows, and then they were served with delicious food and soups and all. Then what happened? These gods, what they think, that I could not eat, no problem. What will I do? I will feed my neighboring partner with the same food, because our elbows are not bent, means our elbows are not moving. I cannot eat it like this. So what will I do? I will feed my opponent, means the person who is beside me. I will feed that person. So in a way, each god fed his partner. So in a way, all of the gods were done eating. Means all of them got the food and they ate. But they did not eat their food, they ate their neighbors, because their neighbor feeded them. Their neighbor feeded them. So you understand that when it comes to giving, yes, sometimes or some other way, maybe not now, maybe later, if you give it something to somebody, God has such type of preparation. This type of virtue will come back to you in direct way or indirect way. It is said, तुम एक पैसा दोगे, ऊपर वाला तुमको 10 लाख देगा. तो देने में होता है सबसे बड़ा वर्च्यू होता है. Giving is the greatest virtue, because it requires a great courage. And if you have that courage to give, God is the one, He will be also giving you the reward in different ways. Understood? But in order to get something from others, we need to first learn to give something to others. किसी से है ना, प्राप्त करने से पहले दूसरों को देना हमें आना चाहिए. So that is about today's lesson. Okay. So this is a very good and very important chapter. So you should go through the chapter and go through the word meanings. I will be giving you, providing you the word meanings, important word meanings of this chapter. Okay. See you in the next video. Good day.